Hi everyone, welcome back to the IFI 101 channel. Today I'm just going to do a quick review of my positions as of Friday 3rd of March. So let's get right to it. I'm trying to show you how to sell covered calls on SPY, and I call it the beat SPY strategy. Essentially, my goal is to produce returns bigger than SPY and doing it safely. And anybody can sell covered calls, but I'm hoping to show you how to handle the more tricky situations when the calls are at the money in expiration or even in the money, and essentially how to handle it correctly. So the strategy is simple. I bought 100 shares of SPY and I'm selling one covered call at a time. uh, I started about a month ago, and the goal is to produce additional 10% of returns in the next 11 months. That's almost 1% extra each month. And given the average SPY return is somewhere around 10%, depending on the time period that you look at, that would double the returns, which is pretty impressive, or which would be pretty impressive. Let's see if we can do it. I'm putting any leftover cash into high yielding stocks. That hasn't been going too well, but it's not relevant to our experiment, so I'm mostly ignoring these. But you can see them in the overall account status. Essentially, I bought 100 shares of SPY, sold one covered call. I think SPY was around 404. So at that time, I sold one covered call at with the strike price of 413 expiring 4 weeks later, or actually, yeah, less than 3 weeks later. And that worked very well. The covered call expired worthless. And then I sold another covered call, and that is going reasonably well as well. So the other trades, you can just ignore them. Essentially, any cash I had, I just pump it back into Starwood and Rhythm. Okay, so this is the snapshot of my positions as of Friday, right after the close. So you can see SPY, I'm losing just a few dollars here, and the second call that I sold uh, has some, $48 profit. But remember, we already have one call that expired worthless, so we pocketed all the premium. So let's review the market a little bit. So on Thursday, so the market has, so we bought SPY right here, and we sold the first covered call right here. And after that, SPY went up very quickly, but then the gains slowly disappeared, and then SPY went even down. And in fact, I had hard time finding a good entry position for the next covered call. Finally, I managed to enter here, and uh, the strike price of the second covered call is 410. Prices here are slightly shifted. So anyway, if SPY gets above 410, I would get assigned, or I would have to do something, right? But so far, SPY is staying below, and so the short call is profitable. One thing I wanted to point out here on Thursday, we had a really nice outside day. So outside days, they often mean turn in the market. If you see outside day on at the top of the market, that means the market might start going down. Here we see the outside day at the bottom, right? And what an outside day means is that essentially the range of the previous day is fully covered by the next day candle, and the candle start below the low of the previous day, but ends up above the low of the previous day. So these are the high and low, and you can see on Thursday we opened here and closed here. So this is outside day, kind of covering the previous candle, and that's usually a signal up. And it was confirmed by Friday by another strong move up. So it looks like the market has turned around, but don't expect it to just go straight up. I'm expecting, some weak here, and eventually it'll start going up again. Okay, so this is the market. You can see right now we are below the strike price of our covered call, so that's good for the call. Here, I have the daily, essentially, stats of how the market and how our positions behaved. The call plus cash, this is the interesting column right here. Initially, we were losing some money on the covered calls, but then the call expired worthless, so we pocketed the full premium, $317, and I started a new position, and that seems to be profitable so far. I mean, we were doing better when, of course, SPY was really down, but we are still doing good. This is my main focus. Let's see if we can make the SPY calls profitable, while, of course, having the SPY position grow on its own. Okay, so when you chart this over time, the yellow is the call plus cash. You can see at the beginning we were losing some money, and now it's profitable. And in fact, so SPY is the dark blue, and you can see as of Friday, SPY is slightly losing just a few cents, right? So all the profits, the orange is the overall SPY plus the covered calls, and so all the profits that we have so far are from the covered calls. So this is essentially, this is why I'm trading the covered calls, to get some extra profit, and so far so good. Okay, so what's the plan for next week? So first of all, of course, I have to monitor the position. Make sure that if there are some really large moves, they need to be handled. But I'm not expecting. I think Thursday, Friday were the large moves, and I think the market will calm down now. Uh, so we are close to. Well, we still have 2 more weeks till expiration, but we may need to, or I may want to roll the calls to the next expiration depending on the price of the stock, right? So if we are at the money, I'll just wait 1 more week till expiration. And but if we are out of the money, or if we are a lot in the money, then I might need to roll the options to the later expirations. And we'll see. I'm hoping that something like this will happen soon so that I can show you how to do it correctly. But you know, if there's nothing bad happening to the position, it's better to just leave it and don't do anything. That's all from me for today. Thank you for watching. If you like my presentations and you want to see more, I'm working on a really good class for my option school. So once that comes out, I'm you know I can let you know if you sign up for the notification, if you subscribe to the channel. You don't need to subscribe, just give us a like and come to see me again. All right, until next time, happy trading.